signs that you need help landing your first online job, or at least you could use a little help or nudge. My name is Clementine Afana, but you can call me Dr. Clem, and I teach people with a 9 to 5 how to land an online job and be able to achieve financial independence and financial freedom. And I do this because I believe that your dreams are worth it, but you might be suppressing it, or you might not be achieving your dreams at this point because you don't have the income that you need to pursue your dream. And I strongly believe that working online or monetizing your skills to a wider online marketplace is going to help you skyrocket your finances and achieve the income that you need for you to be able to invest and to fund your dreams. In this video, we're going to talk about 5 signs that you need help landing your first online or remote job. And even if you have landed a job online before and you are going through a rut, then these 5 signs are also going to show you whether or not you need assistance for you to continue on your remote work journey. Now, I've been doing this remote work thing for at least 10 years now, and I have coached students for the past 3 years on how they can land their online jobs. The tips that I share to my students, to my coaching clients, are the things that I have implemented myself, the things that have worked for friends that I have helped land online jobs, and the things that have worked for past clients. Up to this date, a lot of my students are working online full-time now. Some of them have a full-time job, a physical job, and the rest are on a part-time basis they are working online. Some of them are working on a project basis, but either way, my students have been able to achieve a certain level of financial freedom, invest in their businesses, create new businesses, renovate their homes, get married, afford vacations, put a deposit on their land, buy vehicles, started to move out of their homes to start renting and living independently. So I am telling you this to let you know that remote work and working online is a plausible way for you to earn an income that will actually help you to move forward with your dreams. But maybe where you are right now, you feel like you have tried on your own and you haven't had any success, or maybe you've thought about working online, but you haven't really made the steps, or maybe you are still on the fence. But anyways, whatever the case may be, here are 5 signs that you might not be as successful as you could, unless you have a coach, and 5 signs that you actually need somebody to push you and to assist you when it comes to working online. Number 1, you have tried on your own and you haven't succeeded. That's pretty straightforward, right? A lot of times when we try something on our own, we feel like maybe if I try this and it doesn't work for the first time, then maybe it's not for me. Some people might give up. You might have given up. I've had students who contacted me and said, I've tried on my own before and it hasn't worked, so I gave up. I have students who, before I started working with them, they said that they've been doing it for years now and they haven't had any results. So if you're in a situation where you have tried to find an online job or remote job on your own and it hasn't worked, you haven't received any invitation to apply, or any invitation to interview, or any jobs at all, then maybe you need help for you to land that first online job. You probably need expert guidance. You probably need to see what is the strategy behind, somebody to look over what you're doing, somebody with experience to actually guide you to see what is not working in your package and to see really how you can make it happen for you. The second sign that you need professional help for you to be able to land your first online job is you actually don't believe that you can land an online job. Yes, the majority of my clients, before we start working together, have admitted to me that their biggest block was actually not believing that they could land an online job. And one of the ways in which I managed to really break that chain and break that barrier is showing them examples of people who were in the same situations as them, but were able to land online jobs and are still working online today. So whether you are working right now or not working, whether you are working part-time or full-time, there is a possibility for you to be able to land an online job, and you need to believe it. A lot of times you might not believe these things because you haven't seen somebody in your circle doing that. And that is why I want to invite you to check out the link in the description of this YouTube video. And really, in that link, I have some testimonies and some success stories from my past students who have actually worked online. I'm also launching something very special and specific that is going to happen before the end of this first quarter of the year, where you are going to be able to hear stories of people who have worked online, who were in the situation in which you were about a year ago, 6 months ago, and are now currently working online. If you want to have access to that exclusive resource before it launches, before the end of this quarter, make sure you check the link below and sign up for the wait list. I'm going to send it first to the people who are on the wait list. The third sign that you need professional help for you to be able to land an online job is you feel like you don't have time. Again, time is something that, is a relative, it's like a relative notion that everybody approaches differently. In reality, all of us have 24 hours, but the way you manage your time actually determines what you manage to achieve and so forth. And what I love is the fact that a lot of people who come to me because they want to work online, right? They already have a physical job, and for the majority of them, they're working full time. They have a full time physical job where they go either 9 to 5 or 8 to 4. Sometimes you go from like 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. and they give themselves to this job constantly, but then the income doesn't match or they feel like the income doesn't match the effort that they put in. And then when they get home, they don't have any time, or they feel like they don't have any time, they don't have energy to do anything at all. But the funny thing about it, or rather the interesting thing about it, is that you go into a constant circle of working your 9 to 5 or working your everyday daytime job and not putting in any effort or any time to achieve your dream. But in reality, if you really watch how you are managing your time, how you spend your time, and how you're fragmentizing your time, then you're going to realize that there are areas in your day or areas in your week where you can actually get time for you to be able to work online or find online job opportunities. In my signature course, Making Money Online for Beginners, I actually teach my students how I made time despite being a student, and even despite working full-time, how I made time for me to be able to work online. And I'm also sharing strategies that I have worked for my students who are now working full-time and part-time online. If you want to have access to the Making Money Online coaching program when it launches at the beginning of April, make sure you join the waitlist, and the link to join is in the description bottom below. The fourth sign that you need professional help when it comes to landing your first online job is you are afraid of falling prey to scams. Did you know that the number one reason why people from Africa or the Caribbean are afraid of putting themselves out there when it comes to working online is being afraid of falling prey to scams? Yes. In fact, more people believe that they are more likely to get scammed online than to get an online job. And I can tell you this from my experience, having coached now almost 200 students on how to get started working online in only 2 years. Now, I love to tell my students that if you can spend money online, you can definitely make money online. And just as you will not use your credit card or your debit card to swipe it on any website, the same way you're not going to be using any website to find online jobs, because just as much as you have good things that you can get from online, you can also get scams. So here the key really is to know which website you should be going to, which website you should be going for, and where you find the legit online jobs. Those are resources that I share freely on my website, but I'm going to include a link to one of my articles below that talks about where you will find legit online jobs. And in my signature coaching program, Making Money Online for Beginners, which reopens in April 2022, I actually go through each of these single websites with my students, and I show them exactly what are the strengths of each website, which website you should be using depending on the type of jobs that you want to land. Are you looking for full-time? Are you looking for part-time? Are you looking for jobs in a specific skills category? Because different websites tend to offer different things. And most importantly, also because I focus on people who are in the Caribbean and in Africa, I focus on those regions rather. I also show you websites that are specifically open for people who are located in Africa and the Caribbean region. That way, you know that when you put yourself out there, you are actually at a higher odds of landing a job online, because they are looking for people in your geographical location. The fifth sign that you need help in landing your first online job is you actually don't know how to get started. Yes, the fifth sign that you need help in landing your first online job is you actually don't know how to get started. You might be thinking, but Dr. Clem, I've been looking for online jobs online, or I've been looking up about how to go about this, but how do I start? What do I do first? Where do I start? Where do I go? What do online clients look for? What should I say? What should I do? What kind of job should I be going for? And don't worry, that is normal. In fact, almost everybody that I get to coach when it comes to working online actually has those questions, or at least one of them. And it's expected and normal, because the remote work field is only something that is new. It's something that is only happening in the past few years now in the Caribbean and Africa. In fact, it is more widespread in other areas of the world than within our regions. So That's why you have a coach. That's why you have a Dr. Clem who is actually going to guide you and to show you exactly what steps you should be taking in a sequential order in order for you to avoid being burned out. Because yes, if you don't have any experience working online, there is going to be a lot for you to do, right? But there's a sequence to it. There's an order to it. You don't do everything you don't do everything at the same time. You actually have to take the step by step, and that is how you avoid burnout. That is how you avoid overwhelm, and that is actually how you know that you are on the right path and you are ticking all the boxes. I know a lot of people who, when they are looking for online jobs, the first thing that they do is they search for websites, and then they just sign up on all the websites that they see, and they sign up for all notifications on all the websites, and they start to apply for all kind of jobs. That is the wrong approach. The right approach, at least in my experience, having done this for several years now and having coached almost 200 people on how to get started working online, the right approach will be to first identify the skills that you have or you have to offer. Number 2, figuring out where the ideal clients spend time. And number 3, knowing how to pitch those clients. And you are in luck, because in my signature coaching program, Making Money Online for Beginners, I actually teach you all these things. The coaching program is 3 months, 3 intense months, but exciting months, where you get to have one-on-one sessions with me, you get to have group coaching sessions with me. I get to show you hands-on in real life how to actually apply for online jobs, how to know which skills category you should go for, how to know which clients you should go for, and even how to target your clients based on how much you want to make and how much you have to offer. So if you are interested in getting that kind of guidance, that kind of support from me, make sure that you sign up for the wait list of my signature course, Making Money Online for Beginners, and the link to sign up is in the description below. I hope you found this video helpful, and don't forget to subscribe to receive every week exciting and educational, informative videos on the topic of working online. See you next time.